Next up is Scott Kennedy. He's going to be talking about a new open source software project that he's working on. He's trying to find out what to do with it. It's a location-based bulletin board, essentially, correct? Yes. Excellent. Here you go. Please welcome Scott.
Thank you. Building community. You know, all those guys were so funny. If you want jokes, come to me afterwards. I got a couple of good ones, but there's none in here. This is pretty straightforward. My name's Scott, and coming up in a second is a picture of me. I want to show you what we built, and I want to discuss sort of the context of how to use it to build community. There I am. Yay. Okay, I really want your help. So if you like any of this that you see, let's talk after the presentation. I'll give you a little bit of background first. I started in artificial intelligence software to solve complex problems using technology. We got a lot of good press with a genetic algorithm and embedded neural networks that used complex patterns from an Excel spreadsheet, so everyone had access to AI. And sold it off, and I got a little coffee shop here on Capitol Hill to reconnect. But I always looked for ways, thank you. I always look for ways for technology to solve problems. And at the coffee shop, I found the biggest problem of all was how to sustain vibrant community. I think community is actually extremely important, so I take it seriously. It's the sense of belonging that neighbors share when they feel connected and engaged. And it's fairly well documented that it contributes significantly to our quality of life. So, moving on, we are basically very social people, and the explosion of social networks is a perfect example of that. Websites like Craigslist, eBay, Skype, MySpace, they all share the exact same core idea. Individual people want to connect. That's what they want. And that's my phone. So, we're connecting, we're sharing, but most of it, the YouTube, the blogs, all this connection is still within the confines of the virtual world. Meanwhile, conditions in the real world seem to be trending the other way. This is a natural consequence of economic growth, perhaps, or capitalism. So what's left is my question. Out in the real world, in the meat space, corner cafes they're replaced with corporate cafes, and media conglomerates like Clear Channel monopolize the airwaves and the billboards, and even the Seattle Weekly is owned by the Village Voice. So all we've got left is telephone poles. Okay, our solution, how do we communicate? We build a physical network, a localized network, an actual bulletin board that anyone can post to directly from the web. It's a very simple idea. It took a little time for me to make, but it takes advantage of the web that's already built. They have a small computer and a Wi-Fi card mounted in the back, and a website and a server backend lets anyone upload information right to that screen. So I've got a couple of uses here. I actually built one of these, and it's over here. I'd like to show it to you later, but it would take me too long to get over there. Here's some uses here. The average band posters, yard sales, lost pet, and so forth. Very localized, very immediate. It could even aggregate localized information, like find out what's for sale in any particular block on Craigslist or so forth. The frame is wood on the one I built, but it could be anything. It's mounted sideways to look more like a poster, and the software rotates through the images. The whole thing costs about $600, and anyone could potentially make one. Here's the screen. If you're on picklepost.com, you can see this. Very simple interface. No account to sign up. So you just enter in what you want to upload, where you want to upload it. It takes you to this screen right here, and you pay. Right now we have it set to pay a few dollars an hour. We thought about free posting and making it ad supported, but that doesn't work when your posting slots are limited. The whole thing is controlled by an administrative screen, which shows all of the posts, the times, and lets you accept or deny any post. And this takes a little bit of labor, but you could do this from a BlackBerry, hypothetically. The biggest challenge to this, how can we keep a community resource like this bottom up and not top down? And that is, how can we keep it a real community bulletin board and not just an advertising screen that's hawking the traditional products? Other challenges include maintaining the screens. We don't want to burden these small businesses with hardware maintenance, and someone does have to monitor all these posts to make sure that nothing offensive gets up there. Also, some venues might not want certain types of ads on certain screens. Okay, so what now? Well, we were going to go the traditional investment route, but I'd like to really explore ways to open up this project to the community and grow the network more organically. That's going to require a little more time and some additional programming. So again, I really want you to talk with me. I feel like community is the key to quality of life, and Ignite here is a perfect example. I appreciate the opportunity to demonstrate this to you, and I think it could be a valuable community service since Wi-Fi is getting cheaper and localization is the next logical step of the web. Thank you.